Now, a recent remark by Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa on the state's precarious financial position has snowballed into a political slugfest between the opposition and the treasury benches. News 9 dissects the publicly available data to shed more light on what is wheat and what is chaff. Take a look. On Thursday, Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa was visiting the flood-ravaged border district of Belagavi. He had this to say. So what exactly is the inside story? Data is now available for the first 4 months of the current fiscal year 2019-20. Every fiscal year runs from April of a given year to March of the next year. Let us begin with income or revenues. Here's how the revenue receipts read. The budgeted revenue receipts for 2019-20 are pegged at 1.81 lakh crore rupees. The collections for 4 months till July 2019 have been 52,383 crore rupees. In percentage terms, during the 4-month period ended July 2019, Karnataka has only been able to get 28.8% of the budgeted revenue receipts. This is below the 30.61% collected by the state for the same 4-month period in the fiscal year 2018-19. A look at the components of the revenue receipts is quite alarming to say the least. Karnataka budget for 2019-20 has pegged GST collections at 42,748 crore rupees, while the actual collection for the 4-month period ended July 2019 is only 12,749 crore rupees. In other words, the collections have been only 29.82%, while last year during the same 4-month period, the collections stood at 100.55%. GST or Goods and Services Tax, which stands for One Nation, One Tax indirect tax system, was supposed to help garner more revenues for the economy. The GST collection data clearly indicates that all is not well with the Indian economy. However, there could be one more school of thought that as the nation was busy with the Lok Sabha polls, the level of economic activity, particularly in the months running from March to May 2019, were generally tepid. As ensuing data proves, there might be a grain of truth in this. State's share of union taxes at 6,455 crore rupees. Share is budgeted for 2019-20 at 27,759 crore rupees. Collections for 4-month period stand at 23.25%. Percentage last fiscal same period stood at 26.83%. The state's share of union taxes does indicate that the grinding slowdown of the Indian economy is beginning to pinch pockets, and Karnataka is not going to be an exception. However, there are certain other pockets of receipts which have done not too badly during the 4-month period under reference. It was budgeted that stamps and registrations will rake in 11,828 crore rupees in 2019-20. During the 4-month period ended July 2019, the state was able to collect 3,663 crore rupees. In percentage terms, the collection during the first 4 months of fiscal 2019-20 stands at 30.97%, while in the same period in 2018-19, it stood at 31.1%. Thus, stamps and registration collections during the first 4 months is a case of even Steven, to say the least. A similarly bright picture is painted in case of excise collections. Excise collection relates to duties derived from alcohol sales. The budgeted collection from excise for 2019-20 was 20,950 crore rupees, while actual receipts for the first 4 months of 2019-20 stand at 7,447 crore rupees. In percentage terms, the actual collections this year are 35.55%, while last year it was 34.66%. So did the shock defeat for the opposition in the Lok Sabha polls led to increase in liquor sales as they tried drowning their sorrow in bachus? One never knows. Remember, stamps and registration and excise are 2 of the 4 sources of direct revenues for any state government post the nationwide implementation of the GST from July 2017. We have only examined some heads of revenue receipts. Here's a look at capital receipts, and that is very painful indeed. The state had budgeted capital receipts for 2019-20 at 42,147 crore rupees. During the first 4 months of the current fiscal, the state actually repaid a sum of 802 crore rupees. Thus, there was decline in borrowing to the tune of 2%, while the same figure in 2018-19 stood at 30.99%. With Lok Sabha polls being held in May this year and the Model Code of Conduct kicking in, the budgeted capital receipts, it appears, never came through. In fact, it appears that the state government instead chose to perhaps repay some of these loans amounting to 802 crore rupees. The same Lok Sabha poll analogy also holds good in case of revenue expenditure for the first 4 months of the current fiscal. Here's a look. The budgeted revenue expenditure for 2019-20 is pegged at 2.13 lakh crore rupees. During the first 4 months, the actual revenue expenditure was 44,292 crore rupees. The actual expenditure during the first 4 months was 20.71%, while the comparable percentage was 21.92% last fiscal. So it clearly indicates that the Karnataka government didn't necessarily splurge money as is being alleged by some in the ruling BJP government. A fallout of all this is that the state was actually staring at a revenue surplus during the first 4 months of the current fiscal. Revenue deficit in 2019-20 pegged at 32,017 crore rupees. Revenue surplus in first 4 months of 2019-20 stands at 8,091 crore rupees. Revenue surplus was 25.27% lesser than comparable figure. One plausible explanation for this could be that Karnataka couldn't raise adequate revenue receipts during the first 4 months. It is debatable whether the Lok Sabha polls or the general economic slowdown or both are responsible for this sorry state of affairs. Another curious fallout is that the state didn't experience any fiscal deficit during the first 4 months. In fact, there was a modest fiscal surplus of 846 crore rupees during the first 4 months of the current fiscal. That only lends credence to what the Gadag Congress MLA H.K. Patil had to say.
ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಬೊಕ್ಕಸ ಖಾಲಿ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಸಂತ್ರಸ್ತರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಸಾಲ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬನ್ರಿ ಆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ನೀವು ವಿಧಾನಸಭೆಯೊಳಗೆ ನಾಳೆ 10ನೇ ತಾರೀಕಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ ಅವತ್ತು ಕೊಡಿ ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸಂತ್ರಸ್ತರು ತೊಂದರೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ಬೊಕ್ಕಸ ಖಾಲಿ ಆಗ್ಯದ ಬಿಡಿ ಕುರ್ಚಿ ಖಾಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ.
The Karnataka government has projected a fiscal deficit of 74,013 crore rupees for the entire fiscal year 2019-20. A Newsstand report.